Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Real Legend of Gaming. We are here with Arena of Valor, folks, and in this episode of Everything LOV, we're going to be doing a hero spotlight for the newest DC hero, Flash. So let's check it out, folks. Alright, so folks, Flash is a mage assassin. A little bit of a surprise as far as the mage part. His role is mobility and initiator. And let's go into his abilities. But before we go into abilities, I just want to point out that there is no additional skin for Flash, right? This is what you're going to get, which is pretty cool anyway. His price is $23,999. Vouchers will be $17.99. Now, with the previous DC heroes, I know they've adjusted the prices to a little over $18,000. I don't know if that's going to be the case with Flash. Only time will tell. But if it does happen, they will refund the coins, right? So let's go into these abilities. So Flash's ultimate is a magic and control. It's called Cyclone. The Flash takes off in a circle and creates a cyclone, dealing 80 magic damage to surrounding enemies for 2 seconds. While he is generating the cyclone, the Flash cannot be targeted by abilities and can move the cyclone's position at 40% of his movement speed. That's pretty fast. 2 seconds later, when the Flash stops, the vacuum from the cyclone pulls in surrounding enemies, dealing 400 magic damage. This is pretty sick. Imagine seeing this cyclone. I mean, not only is it fast, but it's going to be able to pull you in and do additional magic damage. That's pretty intense. Now, the next move is Mott Punch, and it's a magic attack. The Flash channels the Speed Force and punches an enemy 5 times within 0.8 seconds, golly, dealing 120 magic damage every time. The last punch deals double damage, and when it hits an enemy, grants the Flash an additional 40% movement speed increase for 2 seconds. That's sick, and I can totally see him being able to take out minions really insanely fast. I'm liking Flash so far. Next is Super Speed, which is also a magic move. After a short charge up, the Flash dashes forward, dealing 200 magic damage to all enemies in his path. The Flash cannot be controlled while dashing and can cancel the dash by using another ability. When the Flash reaches his destination, he can activate the skill again to return where he started, dealing 200 magic damage. Enemies damaged by the initial dash are dealt an additional 300 magic damage. So this attack has some elements to it, but nonetheless, you're going to be taking advantage of his speed, and you're going to be doing magic damage to enemies that are within your, proximity. So this is pretty good, especially if you're able to follow up with that second attack. You're going to be doing more damage. Now let's see what the passive is. Passive is magic control, Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom, right, for those Street Fighter fans. Every time the Flash moves 4 units, he will receive 1 stack of Speed Force. Upon reaching 10 stacks, the Flash will activate the Speed Force, strengthening its next normal attack while dashing forward. He also temporarily reduces his target's movement speed by 50% and deals magic damage. When he hits his target, he gains a shield of 350. That's crazy. That is crazy. And it stacks, right? So moves 4 units, receives 1 stack of Speed Force, right? When you reach 10 stacks, the Flash will activate the Speed Force, strengthening its next normal attack. Gosh. And if you hit with that normal attack, you get a shield on top of it. Now here goes the best tip. The Flash deals additional damage when both dashes of the super speed hit. So you can do some serious damage if you plan ahead and time it right with Sonic Boom. That's pretty much what I just said, so there you go. Alright, so now let's show you some gameplay for Flash. Alright, so let's see this gameplay with Flash. As always, we've upgraded him to 15, all his abilities, so that you can see how an endgame Flash would be. So you saw right there, those were the Mott Punches. Was able to do 5 punches in the span of less than 1 second. Now bear in mind the damage output on this is going to be a little bit higher than when you first start the match. but this is what you eventually want to work towards. Now this is regular melees. We'll do the Mott Punch again. Look at that. Really fast attack. And let's see if we can dash. And then catch him a second time so he can do the additional damage. So just off of those two moves, right? You think mage and you think a projectile blast or something. So I think right off the bat, Flash has definitely more assassin attacks, but the fact that he can control the pace of the match does make him a mage. Look at this. And then right back. All right, we missed that time, but you get the point. Now let's see what the ultimate does. And obviously Flash is fast. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, you're like, that's an obvious right there. Let's see how it goes against the towers. Nah, we didn't time that right. Okay. Come on, thing, hurry up. All right, we'll get our melee on right here. See, the Mott Punch will get rid of those minions. Come on, thing, I got ultimate for you, bro. There goes the Cyclone. Whoa, whoa. That is insane. Because you can control the Cyclone. Unlike when you use, I'll use Alice, right? Because she's like my favorite support mage. When you throw down her ultimate, it stays in one position. And it does a lot of damage. It gets the job done. This Cyclone here, you're able to move it around with you. That's pretty sick. And definitely will help out your team as well. And look how quickly he can get out of harm's way from that tower. We'll do that Cyclone again. That was just ridiculous. And you're following him and you're doing damage. Pretty sick. So Flash is pretty straight up. Easy to understand. Moves are not complex at all. It's not like when you're playing with like Xenu or Max, you got to understand the timing of where you drop your specials or where you're going to move on the map. It's pretty straightforward. And as you can see, it's pretty good. Alright, so now that we're done with the gameplay, let's see what recommended builds are in the game. Of course, once I start using the character, I'll come up with a build video later on. Which we do have one coming out maybe this weekend or Monday for Teleanis. We had an MVP match with her yesterday. We went 4-0 and 14. So I'll show you the build that I'm using for her right now, which is pretty sick. So let's see what's recommended for the Flash. Alright, so the build that we're going to go with is a sustained damage control build. And over here, I'm totally thinking mage, right? I want to be able to control the pace of the match and help the team out and take advantage of all these awesome skills. So the first equipment item would be Raya's Blessing, plus 140 ability power, plus 10% cooldown speed with a unique passive of Life Shield. Gains a shield that absorbs 450 plus 40% ability power damage when HP falls below 40%. The shield lasts 4 seconds and has a 75-second cooldown. Unique passive is Magic Lifesteal plus 25%. Pretty sick. Then you got Gilded Greaves, which gives you plus 110 magic defense. Unique passive is movement speed plus 60. Unique passive is resistance plus 35%. Then you got Frosty's Revenge, which does plus 140 ability power, plus 220 magic defense, plus 7% movement speed. A unique passive is Chill. Abilities that deal damage will also reduce enemy movement speed by 25% for 2 seconds. Then you got Bareth's Agony, which does plus 140 ability power, plus 10% cooldown speed, plus 270 armor. Unique passive Torture. Deals magic damage equal to 4% of the target's current HP up to 80 against monsters. 1.2 second cooldown. Then you got Shield of the Lost. Plus 360 armor, plus 1200 max HP. Unique passive Spirit Bond. Reduces the attack speed of nearby enemies by 30%. So you see you're doing a lot of control moves here. Then you got Holy of Holies, plus 400 ability power, right, which you can always use a boost on that when you're a mage. Unique passive is Enlightenment, increase maximum HP by 1400. So you got items here that are going to boost up Flash's HP, allow him to be able to move around a little more comfortably than he normally would, right? Because you guys know for the most part mages are low on HP. Can't really say he's a full-blown assassin because the HP is a factor. So you see, he's like a good blend between the two. So you got to be able to make up for the, what he's lacking, and also complement what he's strong in. So I think this is a pretty good build for now, and obviously later on we'll come out with something better. But other than that, folks, that's the Flash for you. I like him. Pretty simple to use. Also really cool. And he's a mage and assassin, so it helps fill two voids when you're making a team composition. Especially when you're playing rank. It seems like a lot of people don't like playing assassin, warrior, and tank. Those are like the three roles that usually don't get filled up, and it's usually like a hassle towards the end of the match to try to get somebody to fill those roles. And I'm usually the guy to fill the roles in, which is fine, right? Because I like using different characters. But I've been looking for a mage, because previously I've been using Maganga, and we know Maganga is good, but Maganga is just slow. He gets boring after a while. So now being able to use Flash is going to be pretty cool. Especially since I really don't have an assassin either that I have as a go-to. So I'm probably going to buy Flash. I already got up to level 30. So as far as my Arcana, I'm pretty okay. I can buy maybe a few pieces here and there to complement some of my characters. But for the most part, I got 24,000 coins just sitting there. So I'm going to get Flash. Alright, so other than that, folks, appreciate the support always. It's your first time checking me out, and you're already watching up to this point, then hit that subscribe button, slap that like button, and tune in for future Arena, Valor, and Clash Royale videos. Big Clash Royale challenge for the Rascals happening this weekend, so we will have some gameplay for that as well, right? So peace out, folks.